Our next teller is Rana Levy. Now, Rana says that she may be a Brooklyn girl, but she is a lifelong Boston Red Sox fan. That means you have to root for her, which I know you're going to do. She's a Moth Story Slam winner and a 99-second Story Slam winner, and she's appeared on Stories from the Stage. She's also the producer of Just One More Thing, a monthly storytelling show in New York City. She also brings me real Brooklyn bagels whenever I see her. So welcome to the stage, Rana Levy.
Got a little bit. Not too much. Oh, all right. That's good, yeah? Okay. So I'm walking my dog to the park. It's about 7 in the morning, and I get this great idea. I want to text my neighbor May upstairs, and I think that we should go out to dinner tonight. It's March 16th, and our mayor has ordered all the restaurants and bars in New York City to close tonight for the pandemic lockdown. So I'm thinking we should go out to eat. It's probably going to be the last time we can go out for a while, right? So I get my cell phone out of my pocket, and I got to take my glove off because I have to, touch the phone. I got the leash in my hand, and it's too many moving parts. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna text her when I get to the park. So I put my phone back in my pocket. I get to the park, dog's off the leash, running around, my hands are free. Great, I'm gonna text May. In my pocket, there's no phone. I check all my pockets, there's no phone. I'm not panicking. So I tell my dog mom friend, listen, just call my number. I should hear it, right? She calls, nothing. She calls again, nothing. I'm like, okay, I probably dropped it on the way out. I said, listen, can you just watch my dog? I'm gonna retrace my steps to the beginning of the park, but keep calling because I'll hear it. And I'm walking to the edge of the park, and I don't hear anything. And I know she's calling. And now I'm starting to panic a little bit because I need my phone because I know that there's this pandemic thing happening. And I mean, I heard the Apple stores are closed. I can't even get a new phone even if I want to get a phone. And I know that, I heard that people are getting sick, that people are on ventilators, that people are dying. And what if I have to call 911? What if I have to call my brother? What if I can't breathe, but I make it upstairs to my neighbor May? I don't even know anybody's phone numbers because they're locked in my contacts. So I'm a little past panicky now, and I start walking back, and I start making these deals with God. Please, God, please, please, if you just let me find my phone, I promise when we get back to campus and school opens up, I will not steal any more gel pens. Just let me find my phone. And God, please, I'm so honest. I'm so honest, God. Last week, remember when I got my Visa bill and I saw this charge that I didn't know was mine, and I called up Visa and I said it was a fraud, and they took it off, and then I remembered it was the Kate Spade sparkly kids that I bought last week. And I call Visa and I say, put it back on, it's me, I'll really pay it. That's how honest I am, God. And I walk back into the park. And my dog mom friend is still calling. And someone picks up. And this lady found my phone on the sidewalk. And she took it with her to her work. And she works way uptown at Mount Sinai. And I'm way downtown in Brooklyn. And I'm like, oh God, why the hell does she have to work up there? Because now I'm looking at an hour subway ride. And I got to get the dog home, I got to feed him, I got to shower, I got to eat. I got a Zoom meeting at 1 o'clock because we're starting to teach online. And so all the teachers are having a meeting. I can't make it uptown and backtown by 1 o'clock. And I start getting overwhelmed, how am I going to do all this? How am I going to do all this? And I can't. And then I feel like I'm in the second grade when Mrs. Sheriff put 7 questions on the board. And I sat in my seat and I cried. I didn't think I could do it all. It's too much. That's how I feel. I breathe. I go home. I go to half my meeting. And I head uptown. So now, as I'm walking to the subway, I'm thinking, I was raised. When you visit someone or someone did something nice, you bring them a gift, right? And as I'm walking to the subway, there's nothing open except the liquor store. I don't know, maybe she's an alcoholic. I don't want to buy her a bottle of wine. And I see insomnia cookies. So I go in and I say, just give me a dozen cookies. And they're all fresh and they're warm. So he puts the cookies in like a flat pizza box because he can't, layer them on top of each other. And as he's giving me the cookies, he says, do you have a peanut allergy? You gotta be kidding me. The pandemic won't kill this lady. I'm gonna kill her with a peanut cookie. I'm like, just give me the cookies. I take them, so now I'm balancing this like pizza box of hot cookies, and I'm going to the subway, and I go downstairs, and I get my Metro card out, and I swipe it, and it says, insufficient fare. Okay, so now I have to go over to the vending machine to refill my card. So I go over there, and I got this pizza box. So I put the pizza box against my belly, and I put the other end, and I balance it like on the machine, so I'm like this, and I put the pocket, and I get the new card, and I go downstairs, I get in the subway train. So now I'm like sitting on the edge of my seat, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, is that person sick? Is that person sick? Am I gonna get sick? I don't know what to do. And I'm like, we're not wearing masks at this point. And I'm so preoccupied with what's going on that I get off 20 blocks too early. So now I gotta balance this pizza box, like up Madison Avenue. I get to the hospital, to Mount Sinai. She works in an office. I give her the cookies. She doesn't have a peanut allergy. She gives me my phone. We don't know whether we can shake hands or we can hug, and we just kind of smile and laugh, and I thank her, and I get back on the train, and I'm holding my phone. It's not going in a pocket. It's staying in my hand. And I still want to text my friend. I get back to my house. I text my friend, this is what we should do. We walk our dogs, and we go out to eat. And we're in this restaurant. We don't even know what to do. We're wiping our hands with sanitizer. We're wiping down the knife and the fork. We don't know. But I'm sitting there. I got it all done. And it feels good, because now I get to pay it forward. I get to order a nice meal, give the restaurant my business, give this waiter a nice tip. And just for that moment, the world seemed like everything was going to be okay. Thank you.